Okay, let's get started. Welcome everybody to our Tuesday. Well, it is our Tuesday training this week. Tonight we're going to be talking about product training. So what we kind of wanted to do, Mel and I brainstormed about this, and we thought what we'd like to do is break it down, each product that our company has to offer, and give you sort of 3 or 4 key points about each product, because like we talked about last week, you don't need to know everything about every product. It's virtually impossible. There's new products coming out, there's new studies coming out, there's new information. So as not to overwhelm people, we just wanted to give kind of some key points on everything, and you can just keep that tucked away. That way, if you feel somebody would be better suited to hear about the skincare line as opposed to NRF2 activation, in the pill form, you have a quick slide to go to that gives you some, brief details on the skincare line to give to them, just to break it down a little easier. Okay. And then we're going to finish off with a little manifesting with Zaina. Mm-hmm. So just to start, is this going to work? Okay, so Protandim NRF2, as we know, that is our flagship product. So the key information about that would be that it reduces cellular stress. It reduces inflammation in your body related to oxidative stress. So we know that it reduces oxidative stress by 40%. Inflammation is caused by oxidative stress. So when the cells become damaged with oxidative stress, then inflammation is able to set in. So if you just remember that the NRF2 activation can reduce cellular stress, reduce inflammation from the body, that is a key point. It's like turning on a light switch in the body to get it working again like it did when we were young. So we're all born with this NRF2 protein messenger in our cells that tells our bodies what we need to do in a day, what we need to turn on, upregulating all of our good genes and turning down our bad genes, kicking out antioxidant enzymes, anti-inflammatory enzymes, anti-fibrotic enzymes. So these are the things that our NRF2 protein messenger in our cell is supposed to tell our body. But as we age and oxidative stress kicks in to our cells, this pathway does not work properly. So getting this pathway turned back on is like turning on a light switch in the body, which then allows your body to start producing antioxidants again, producing anti-inflammatory and anti-fibrotic enzymes. So it keeps your body in balance, having this NRF2 pathway activated. So those, I think, are like the key points that you would need to remember if somebody is asking you about NRF2 activation. It will reduce your cellular stress, the inflammation in your body. It's like turning on a light switch to get it working the way it did when we were young, before the aging process set in. It upregulates the good genes and turns down the bad genes. It's the protein messenger in the cell that tells the body what it needs to produce to keep it in balance. And like I said, it upregulates the antioxidant enzymes, which is the glutathione. Glutathione is one of the master antioxidants. And I think that people are starting to hear more and more about glutathione deficiencies, or people are getting glutathione injections because of ailments that they might have. So if they understand that their body can produce more of that on its own, these are things that would interest them. Okay, so there's just some key easy points on NRF2 activation, on the Protandim NRF2. So the next would be, I have to get rid of this screen, sorry. The next would be Protandim NRF1. So for this, it repairs dysfunctional mitochondria. So mitochondria is the engine of our cell. This is where we get our energy. So when we are younger, our cells are filled with mitochondria. Some cells have more than others. Our brain and our hearts have more mitochondria than, our cells in our feet. It's just a natural that, things that need a lot more energy to function will need more mitochondria. So why is it important to have good functioning mitochondria? Well, it protects the DNA of the cell from becoming mutated. We don't want bad cells mutating within our body. So the mitochondria keeps our body functioning. We need this to break down food, to pump our heart, to keep our brains functioning. All our bodily functions are powered by mitochondria. So if our mitochondria are not functioning properly, or they begin to fail, that's where you will see the diseases that are associated with mitochondria dysfunction are more like neurological, Alzheimer's, muscular dystrophy, Lou Gehrig's disease, and also cancer and diabetes. Like, there is a lot of diseases that are associated with mitochondria dysfunction. So that is the key purpose of the Protandim NRF1, is to repair dysfunctional mitochondria. And Mel's going to jump in and take over for the Axio slide, if I can get my computer to work. There we go.
Okay, awesome. So what I like to say when I talk about Axio is I call it like our brain food. You'll also hear people say it's like our clean energy drink. And the best way I explain this to people is it wakes up our neurotransmitters in our brain. So instead of people talking about energy drinks and you think it gets your body waking up and you get jitteries like those monsters, Axio is different in the way that it was designed to wake up the neurotransmitters in the brain. And so when your brain is awake and those neurotransmitters are fiery, your body's going to feel more awake. So that is how I explain our Axio. So you don't get those jitters because it's not full of caffeine, and we don't get the crashes. So it helps with our mental focus, concentration, clarity. It helps to reduce that brain fog. And there's no sugar, there's no dye, it's all natural, it's low carb, and just a few ingredients that are really, really important. There's more than what I'll name off here tonight, and you can look on the back of the box. But I like to point out to people that there's magnesium in it, there's B vitamins in it, there's niacins. These are really, really important minerals and vitamins that are good, and they all pass the blood-brain barrier, to, like I said, to wake up those neurotransmitters. So that's what I talk about when I talk about Axio to people. Okay, so our probiotic. Why our probiotic? I like to talk about, first of all, probiotics are really, really important because they are important for our gut health, and 60 to 70% of our immune system resides in our gut. So we need to have a healthy gut. And so a great probiotic is really, really important. So why our probiotic stands alone from any other probiotic out there is, first of all, we have Wellmune. That's a patented blend that is in our probiotic, and it's there to boost our immune system. It's also in there to help create tight junctions within our gut. And so when I say tight junctions, it just means it helps to prevent leaky gut issues. Lots of people suffer from leaky gut issues, and that's because they don't have those tight junctions in the gut, and those toxins are getting released out into the bloodstream. That's where you start to see problems. So ours has Wellmune to help create those tight junctions. Also, another really key point that our probiotic is really, really good standalone is we have a BioTrack release system. So what that basically means is that 60 to 70% of the good bacteria can make it through the stomach acid and deposit into the lower gut where it needs to be. Whereas where you'll find a lot of other probiotics out there, only 4 to 6% can make it through the stomach acid, because they don't have that patented BioTrack release system like ours is. Another great thing I point out to people why a probiotic is really, really important is because we have that gut-brain connection. So we also release neurotransmitters within our gut. We need to have a healthy gut. If we don't have a healthy gut, our brains aren't healthy. So that's just my quick spiel when I talk to people about our probiotic.
Okay, thank you, Mel.
No problem.
So next is our Omega Plus. So the importance of Oh, well, first I'll talk about the fact that our omega is actually traceable from boat to bottle. So every bottle has a code on it that can be traced directly back to the boat that the fish was caught on. It's all caught in the Norwegian waters, which are generally lower in contamination. It's fresh, cold water fish. Our omega contains 3 and 6, DHA, EHA, and vitamin D3. Most of our diets these days are lacking in the omega-3 department. We just don't eat enough seafood in our diets. And cooking with vegetable oils, like they contain high amounts of omega-6 as well as packaged foods and fast foods. But because we don't have that correct balance, that's why we need a healthy omega-6 in our diet, because omega-6 tends to cause inflammation and omega-3 has anti-inflammatory effects. So you need that balance. You need that ratio to be equal in your body for omega. So it doesn't have a fishy aftertaste. What I'm being told is you can actually bite into it and there is not a fishy taste even. So it supports healthy heart, brain, eyes, especially the retina. It's good for cognitive health, for skin health, and for blood vessels. And it reduces cardiovascular disease as well, which is super important. What are the other main?
Sorry to interject really, really quick here. Is it omega-6s or omega-7s that's in our omega?
6.
Is it? Okay. Okay.
7.
Yeah.
Omega-7.
Yes, I thought so, because omega-6, we have too much omega-6s in our diet.
I did this screen wrong. Sorry, we have DHA.
I just wanted to correct that, that's all.
Omega-3 fatty acids, omega-7 fatty acids, and vitamin D3. That is what's in it.
Okay.
I need to correct that slide.
That's all right.
Good call, Mel.
No, that's all good.
Okay. And then there's our true science. So I know, first and foremost, like when I got involved with this company, I was excited about the fact that our NRF2 activation was a standalone product, meaning nobody else has what we have. And then when I understood that there was a skincare line, I will admit at first I thought, okay, so a skincare line is something everybody has. Most all health and wellness companies have their own skincare line. But what I didn't realize was the importance of our skincare line. So our company was not interested in creating a skincare line for consumers. But what happened was Louisiana State University did a study that was funded by the Skincare Foundation, and they found that NRF2 activation reduced the risk of melanoma by 33% and reduced the risk of it spreading by 55%. So they actually came back to LifeVantage and said, you need to take this NRF2 activation and put it into a topical skincare because of what it can do for skin cancer. Like for melanoma, that study was huge. So that is the reason that our skincare line was ever created, was simply because of the results of this study that came out of Louisiana State. The benefits on top of that is that it mitigates visible effects of skin damage caused by oxidative stress. And we can legally say to people that we can slow the rate in which the cells of your face age. So if nothing else, if you're wanting to know something to tell people about our skincare line, you can tell them that it was created because NRF2 activation was proven to reduce the risk of melanoma and reduce the spreading by such high volumes that they decided to take that NRF2 formula and create a skincare line. And it actually will slow the rate in which the cells of your face age. So that alone, stands out for people when they want to know more about why we have a skincare line.
All right, and so I'm just going to quick go over our physique weight management system. So this system was designed to help manage your weight, because it's not about how much weight you lose, it's about how much weight you can maintain to keep off. And so what comes in our weight management system is a vanilla protein shake, a metabolic enhancer, which is a fat burn, and a prebiotic. So our metabolic enhancer is really, really good because it is designed to target that visceral fat. So when I say visceral fat, that's that fat in our midsection, that fat that's surrounding our organs, that toxic fat, not good. So that metabolic enhancer is really, really good for that area. Also, they have added, and we recently just have gotten this into Canada, is the prebiotic. And so our prebiotic acts as a fertilizer for our probiotic to help absorb your food and break down your food better. It also, from what I'm hearing, they're telling us that it's really, really good that if you take the prebiotic about half an hour before you eat a meal, it helps you feel fuller. So that's just my quick tips on our physique management, weight management system. Okay, and I think I was going to do our hair care as well. So why our hair care is different than what you'll find out there, because there is other hair cares out there. Obviously, we are NRF2 activation for the hair, for the cells in your hair follicle. So that's why we're standalone from anybody else. We're NRF2 activated. So what comes in our hair care system is a 3-part system. It's your serum, shampoo, conditioner. And the shampoo and conditioner, it helps to reduce frizz, and it does that by closing the hair follicle. It also helps with shine. And I would just say, you know, if you are talking to somebody that is looking for the appearance, I'm going to stay very compliant with my wording. If they're looking for appearance of thicker, fuller hair, we have lots and lots of pictures out there within our group. Take a look through those, maybe screenshot them, keep them in your phone. So that's what I do when I'm, you know, like someone's talking about their hair, and then I just bring up a pictures that I have on my phone, and I say, look at this hair care system. It's absolutely incredible. Obviously, we're a very clean product. So if people are just looking for a clean hair care product, they don't want any toxins or crap in it, we know that we can trust our True Science hair care system. So that's just kind of my tips with the hair care system. I mean, pictures tell it all. So my tip for you guys is just to keep a few of them on your phone so you can bring up and show people.
Perfect. Thank you, Mel.
No problem.
And last but not least, we are going to hand this over to the lovely Zaina, so that she can talk to us about the power of manifestation.
All right. So I just wanted to get on here and share with you guys the power of manifesting, because can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. The power of manifesting, because like 3 or 4 weeks ago, I was feeling like down in the dumps, and I was like telling, you know, Mel and Jess and my upline Janelle, like, I'm not where I want to be. I don't feel successful, you know, I'm not where I want to be in the business, or where I just in general. So I remember Janelle telling me, like, Zaina, you're really good at manifesting, like you told me that you were. So I just want to share that manifesting is essentially the act of feeling something that is yours and making it real. So when you manifest in something, you're making it known to the universe that this thing, job, house, rank advancement, will be yours, but you have to take action to get results. So a little story about me was, when I was a little girl, I had always wanted to be a nurse. Like, that was my goal. And I was like this little 10-year-old girl running around my neighborhood. And if people asked me what I wanted to be, I would say, I'm going to become a nurse. And then I would also tell them I wanted to marry a firefighter. I don't know why. I just like the idea of marrying a firefighter, because I thought it was a nurse and a firefighter were good together. And then I wanted to have a daughter, and I wanted to name her Lily. So it's insane, because I became a nurse, and I am marrying, we're not married yet, but I am marrying a man who is a firefighter, but also has his own little business. And then we do have a daughter, and we named her Lily. So I just want to say that if you guys are feeling like down in the dumps and that you're not where you want to be, just think back of how far you have gotten, and like think back when you were younger and what you wanted to do. And then if you're there, then you're successful. So if you wanted to become a teacher, you're successful. If you wanted to be an amazing housewife and stay-at-home mom, you're successful. So it's what you want to do that makes you successful. Doesn't necessarily mean that you have to be a millionaire to be successful. It's where your heart is and what you want to do. So to manifest, you have to constantly think about what you want. And if you're thinking about what you don't want, that's not good, because you're bringing the negative energy to you. So if you constantly think about what you're after and what you want and what you desire, or even like do a vision board and write down like your dream house, your cars, like the rank you want, or, you know, the friendships you want, or the relationships you want with people. Like those are really, really helpful. And visualizing and actually seeing it on a board is really like powerful, because I just put on my vision board, like I want a really good, solid team. And I just posted last night about the hair care system, and I had like 2 friends reach out to me giving them more information. So like the power of like positive talk and like praying, if you're, you know, if you're religious, or just even just saying it to put it out there to the universe that it's already yours and that you're striving to get it. So those are just little tips that I have learned, and that's my little story about me, and it's actually real because I have everything that I always wanted when I was younger.
Oh, Zena, I love it.
Oh.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for sharing. I'm going to quick stop the recording right there.